Have you ever met someone the world called just a janitor, only to discover that one act of kindness made them the most important person in the room? Sometimes the people we overlook are carrying the greatest strength, the deepest wisdom, and the biggest hearts. This is the unforgettable story of a single father who lost everything in a single morning, only to save an empire days later. What happened next shocked an entire company and changed the life of a powerful CEO forever. Stay with me until the end, because this story proves that kindness is never wasted, and respect can come from the most unexpected places. Before we begin, if stories about kindness, hope, and second chances inspire you, please subscribe to Heart Kindness Tales, like this video, and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Your support helps us share more uplifting stories that remind people goodness still exists in the world. Michael Carter was 42 years old and worked the night shift as a janitor inside one of the largest technology companies in New York City. Every evening, while executives celebrated million-dollar deals, Michael quietly polished the marble floors, emptied trash bins, and made sure every office looked perfect before sunrise. Most people walked past him without saying hello. Some never even looked at his face. But Michael never complained. His greatest pride wasn't his job. It was his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Ever since his wife passed away from cancer 4 years earlier, Michael had raised Lily alone. Every morning after finishing work, he made her breakfast, packed her school lunch, braided her hair the best he could, and reminded her that kindness was the strongest kind of courage. Money was always tight, but love filled their tiny apartment. One Monday morning everything changed. The company's new CEO, Victoria Reynolds, arrived for an unexpected inspection. She was brilliant, determined, and known throughout the business world for demanding perfection. Employees whispered that she had fired managers over small mistakes. As Victoria walked through the lobby, she noticed a small puddle of water near the entrance. Before Michael could reach it with his mop, a visitor stepped around it. Victoria stopped. "Who is responsible for this area?" she demanded. Someone pointed toward Michael. Without asking questions or listening to explanations, Victoria told Human Resources to terminate him immediately. Michael quietly accepted the envelope containing his final paycheck. He looked around the building one last time, nodded politely to the security guard who always greeted him with a smile, and walked away carrying only his cleaning supplies and a photograph of Lily. He never argued. He simply whispered to himself, "Maybe God has another door waiting." When Michael arrived home, Lily saw the sadness in his eyes. Instead of asking why he looked upset, she hugged him tightly. "We'll be okay, Dad," she said. "You always tell me kindness finds its way back." Her words gave him strength. For the next several days, Michael searched everywhere for work. He filled out applications, attended interviews, and accepted every temporary cleaning job he could find. Meanwhile, inside Victoria's company, something far more dangerous was happening. Late one evening, hackers launched a sophisticated cyber attack against the company's headquarters. The security systems began shutting down one after another. Computer servers overheated. Emergency alarms malfunctioned. Thousands of employees were locked out of critical systems. Executives panicked. Millions of dollars were at risk every hour. No one noticed something important. Months earlier, Michael had repeatedly reported unusual electrical problems in the basement maintenance rooms. During his nightly rounds, he had carefully documented overheating equipment and faulty backup generators. Because he wasn't an engineer, nobody had taken his reports seriously. But Michael had paid attention. The building's chief engineer suddenly remembered. "The janitor," he said. "He knew every inch of this building." Within hours, Victoria ordered her staff to find him. Michael answered the phone while helping another cleaning crew across town. When they explained the emergency, he didn't hesitate. He simply said, "I'll come." Not because they had fired him. Not because they deserved his help. But because thousands of innocent employees depended on that building remaining safe. When Michael arrived, the atmosphere was filled with fear. Engineers were arguing. Executives blamed each other. Michael calmly walked downstairs into the mechanical rooms. Within minutes, he recognized the exact electrical failure he had warned about months earlier. Using his years of experience maintaining the building, he guided the emergency team toward the damaged backup system before it triggered a catastrophic shutdown. Then he noticed smoke rising behind one of the power panels. Without thinking about himself, Michael rushed forward and helped shut down the failing equipment before it caused a massive fire. Hours later, the crisis was over. The company was saved. Experts estimated Michael's quick thinking prevented losses exceeding $1 billion. The following morning, Victoria sat silently in the executive conference room. For the first time in years, she wasn't thinking about profits. She was thinking about the quiet janitor she had fired without ever learning his story. She invited Michael back to headquarters. This time, she stood when he entered. "I judged you without listening," she said with tears in her eyes. "I saw a uniform instead of a human being. I'm deeply sorry." The room became completely silent. Michael smiled gently. "My daughter reminds me every day that everyone deserves another chance," he answered. Victoria lowered her head. She realized the man standing before her possessed something no business school could teach: character. The company offered Michael a high-paying management position overseeing building operations across every corporate location. He accepted on one condition: no employee should ever be treated as invisible again. Victoria agreed immediately. Over the next year, the company introduced a new culture. Executives spent one day each month working alongside custodians, cafeteria workers, security guards, and maintenance teams. Employees learned names instead of job titles. Small acts of respect became everyday habits. The workplace transformed. Productivity improved. Employee happiness reached record levels. Visitors often noticed something different about the building. People smiled. They thanked each other. They held doors open. Kindness had become part of the company's success. Every Friday afternoon, Michael still picked Lily up from school. Nothing about that routine ever changed. One evening she asked, "Dad, are you happy now?" Michael looked at her and smiled. "I was happy before," he replied. "Because I had you. Everything else is just a blessing." Years later, Victoria often shared Michael's story with young business leaders. She would tell them that the greatest mistake of her career wasn't a failed investment. It was forgetting that every person deserves dignity. The greatest success of her career came after she learned to lead with compassion instead of pride. And Michael never forgot the painful morning he lost his job. Not because it filled him with anger, but because it reminded him that kindness is strongest when it's offered to people who don't expect it. If this story teaches us anything, it's that true greatness is never measured by wealth, titles, or expensive offices. It is measured by the way we treat people who can do nothing for us in return. A single act of respect can change a life, restore hope, and even save an empire. So wherever you are today, choose kindness first. You never know whose future you're protecting, or whose heart you're healing. And if this story touched you, remember to share that kindness with someone today. It may become the beginning of a miracle they never saw coming.